Hey guys, we see the same tactics being used in talking about the debt ceiling that we saw used talking about the government shutdown if we didn't get a budget deal. Shouldn't surprise us because terror tactics have been implemented as far as financial matters go and our financial future for the last several years in this country. Yet, with all of this money we've spent, going from $7 trillion to $14 trillion, we are sitting at a 28-year high on the misery index. That's right. We're worse than we were in 2010, in 29, 28. We're worse off now than we were at any point during this so-called financial recovery. And the answer is still the same thing, the same worn out further and further into debt. And there's nobody in the mainstream media that's going to stand up and call this out. If they do, they're going to instantly be fired or marginalized and called absolute utter lunatics. We get trinkets. $1 billion deal for homeowners just was announced today that 30,000 people are going to be helped, and they know that the demand for it is going to be 5, 6, 10 times that. So they're going to enter these poor homeless people, or about to be homeless people, into lotteries. And maybe if you're one of the lucky lottery winners, you can get some financial assistance from the government. $1 billion is going to be spent on this. $1 billion. You know, we've lent out trillions of dollars to foreign banks around the world. We've lent out more than trillions of dollars and forgiven failure from the too big to fail, and we get chump change time after time again. McConnell comes out, stoking the drama in the debt ceiling debate, talking about how we might be able to raise the debt ceiling just for a few weeks or a few months until we can look at the hard issues like Medicare and entitlements in this country. You better get ready for the kind of civil unrest and civil pushback that you see in Greece, because as soon as they start cutting into Medicare and start cutting into pensions, it's going to be ugly in the streets of the United States. And well, it should be ugly, because in his speech going after Medicare and these entitlement programs, he doesn't mention once the $1.2 trillion this nation has incurred in debt funding wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. 5 of them going on right now around the planet with no end in sight. NATO today managed to kill 9 civilians inside of Libya. No one's talking about ending that war. Allegedly the ringleader bin Laden is dead in Pakistan, yet we have Karzai, the president of Pakistan, calling us occupiers in his nation. The reason he's calling us occupiers is because we're occupying his country. We need to get our troops back in home. We need to perp walk half of the people who are in D.C. pretending to be our representatives, as well as these criminals on Wall Street who continue to rip off the financial future of this country, and there will be nothing left. If you think the misery index is high now, wait till you see what it looks like when the Federal Reserve decides it's time to stop funding Wall Street. Stories are attached. That's all I got.